Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Bound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. So I've got a journal flip through here for you of one of my favorite journals that I've made. I'm calling this one Blue Beauty, and it's got birds, butterflies and botanicals and all my favorite things, lots of blue. This cover is just stunning using a linen, and I just thought it was just gorgeous, and I kept on this little edging here. I think that's beautiful. Kind of reminds me of my grandma. Has a really cool feel to it. And so let's go in here and do a flip through. Again, I love doing this. This was really fun to do here. On the inside, it reminds me of my grandma there as well. And then we've got an Edith Holden page in here. Oh, and this journal I have done using all of these pieces that I had put aside for me. And then, yeah, because I can't make myself a journal this year until I use the ones I've already got, I thought, well, we have to stop hoarding, and we've got to use these supplies, and so I've put them all in this journal. So you're going to see a lot of things that I would have loved to have kept for me. Look at that, that's just so beautiful. And that was the original plan. That is just, oh gosh. So it is a little bit painful to part with some of these things. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's a card in there. This one I was going to make a journal cover out of. I love this paper so much. This is some of my favorite paper I've ever seen. But again, I can't make myself a journal. So, and this one I was hoarding for like 3 years. Never made it into one of my journals. So I kind of figure you just got to use it. If you haven't used it in a year, you probably should part with it. This embossed piece here, this sticker here. Yeah, all my favorite pieces are in this journal. Oh dear. One of my embellished envelopes, a card in there with those beautiful bottles. We Scatter Light. I love that music paper. My favorite bird pages. Oh, I love this scrapbook paper too. This is some of my favorite as well. Okay, I'm going to say that about everything in this journal. Vintage leisure paper. This paper comes from Paper Daisy Journals. We've got some other paper that came from Lorna Taylor. This paper, oh my goodness, this paper, everything is just stunning. This is some of my favorite scrapbook paper too. There's a card there, and a card there, and a card here. But I am excited though. I'm happy to part with a journal that I know someone else can get a lot of enjoyment out of, and it also reassures me that this journal is going to the lovely Carol. So Carol is a dear friend, and I've been hoarding that for about 3 years too. I was going to put it on a journal cover, but never quite happened. So I'm glad that Carol can enjoy this journal, and I know that she'll love it and she'll treasure it the way that I would. This is some of my favorite paper as well. I actually drew this. This came from my kids' church days, my craft days, where I did the craft each week for kids' church, and they would get little scrunched up tissue paper and stick it onto these petals, all different colours. So that's kind of fun, little personal thing in there from me. And just lovely pieces of ephemera that I was hoarding for so long, keeping, and then never got around to using. So that's a lesson. Make sure you use your things, because you never know, one day you might have to part with it. So I love this page too. Ah, my goodness. Again, I was going to use that as a middle page in my own journal, but yeah, not quite happening. But it's all good. It's so great to finally use these pieces and to know that someone's going to get delight out of them, instead of them being stored up in a shed. Well, that was going to be a possibility. Instead of it being stored in a shed or a drawer or a shelf, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. More journal cards and tags. This playing card. Oh my gosh, this clip. I was going to keep all of those. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'm happy. I'm actually really happy for this to be used and parted with. It's all good. It's all good. This one, I love that one too. That postcard of the Ulysses butterfly, my symbol. Ah dear. So pretty. This embossed card here too. Yeah, one of my favorite journals I've made. But the other reason as well that I am totally okay with parting with this is because it's not made in my style. As much as I love all of the individual pieces in here, the journal as a whole, I would not want to own this journal. It's too chunky, it's too embellished, there's too much going on. So this would not be a journal that I would keep for me. That's vintage heart paper. So that's another reason why it's easy to part with this journal. I always hear people saying, why don't you keep it? You sound like you really need to keep that journal. I'm like, no, if I make journals for other people, I make it in a style that isn't me, often. Here we go, here. Cute booklet in there. And then I've got the last page here. And there we go. That is the journal. Love, love, love it. And I'm so glad, Carol, that you will enjoy this and treasure it. And thank you so much, beautiful Carol. And thank you so much, beautiful people, for watching this flip through. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.